love this burger. It's so delicious. One of the best burgers I've ever had. In my universe, this place closed 6 years ago. I don't know why. I really don't. You have money, right? I'm not very liquid right now.
This fucking guy, man. I love Peter B. Parker. And what is going on YouTube? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends version of Peter B. Parker. A continuation of, if you've been watching these videos on the channel, the Stiltman wave of figures. We're going to be looking at Peter B. Parker today. Nice little read up on the back. You know how it is. Show you guys just the packaging real quick on this guy. And he comes with a nice little bit of accessories. I think the most so far out of these figures. And he comes with the head of Stiltman. Get you guys a quick 360, nice little turntable dynamic view of the action figure in the packaging. Goddamn, that was a mouthful. But you know, Justin's collection type beat, or whatever you want to say. And yeah, I wasn't too, you know, I was kind of back and forth between this figure and the Mafex, but I really did not want to pay like what, $120 for this Peter B. Parker. But and I'm glad I didn't, because this Marvel Legends figure I was able to find, and I think it does the job for what I need it for, and I think it's gonna be very cool to look at this guy. So let's go ahead and take him out of the box and see what we got here. Okay, so right off the bat, just first impressions out of the packaging. I think this face sculpt is amazing. I think it's really done well. Both face sculpts, the half mask one and then the just regular Peter B. Parker. But dang, I hate to say, but I think this $20 figure has a better sculpt than the Mafex. I'm gonna get a lot of hate comments for that, but I really do think it's true. I'm not trying to like bash on Mafex. I just think that figure was really poorly made. We got the head accessory for Stiltman. We're gonna go ahead and just put to the side. And what else we got? Some hands and stuff. Just get a quick look at everything. We'll get a better look when we present all the accessories and everything else together, but I just did want to get a quick look at this half mask sculpt. And I know the Mafex does have the better, I guess you do have a lot more versatility when it comes to ways you could have the Peter B. Parker Spider-Man figure. You can kind of have him like as Spider-Man in the sweats, or fully Peter B. Parker with the coat and everything. And this one you can only have in the coat, which is kind of a letdown, but you know, I'm not going to really be posing it in any other way. So I think it does the job like I mentioned before, and it still does have like a little bit of a gut, not too much sticking out, but they did make effort to kind of put a little bit of a gut in there. And his sweats and his mismatched shoes, so far everything's looking really good. He comes with the fisted Spider-Man hands that don't have any kind of web lines, they're just kind of muted. Same thing for the whipping hands. These are whipping hands, but for some reason they just seem like really lazy. Like Peter B. Parker's just like, you know, they're not like sprawled out or anything. They're just kind of like, I guess I'm gonna throw a web. And yeah, here is the Stiltman head sculpt. Very nice. Can't wait to add that to the whole figure and the body when we get it. And a nice little cup. What does he got in here? Some Mr. Pibb, maybe a shake. I don't know what he was drinking. We have no idea, but I like to imagine it was maybe a nice Mr. Pibb or a strawberry shake of some sort. And I already know I'm going to be posing the figure with this head sculpt, not the Peter B. Parker one. I'm going to be doing it with the half Spider-Man. Kind of like if he's teaching Miles, you know, I kind of want to do this one. And I think it's the better of the two, to be honest. And looking at the articulation, great articulation on this guy. Head movement, can move freely. There's nothing restricting it. Arms coming up, out, bending at the elbow, swiveling at the bicep, and swiveling at the wrist. And oh, well, maybe not perfect articulation. He does have a bit of a restriction in the torso just because of the coat. And the legs do have an awkward kind of bending angle at the knee. But besides that, everything else is good. The coat does restrict also the legs just a little bit, but it's not too bad. I know people are gonna be like, you just said it has perfect. Yeah, well, for what I need it for. I'm not really gonna have it posed very dynamically. I don't see this guy doing anything very dynamic anyway. He might just be in a shelf with a bunch of other Spider-Verse figures. But yeah, just looking at the Peter B head sculpt up close, very nice. The eyes they nailed. They are kind of looking up awkwardly. That's just the one I picked. That's just the figure I found in stores. But he's got the nice 5 o'clock shadow and a little bit of a smirk with his kind of slicked to the side pompadour hairstyle. Done really nicely. I think the jacket could have been maybe a slightly different shade. This one looks more like a throw up green, but could have been maybe more of like a darkish brownish green. And yeah, the sweats are done nice. His the lower abdomen is kind of sculpted to the side to give him that gut appearance. And yeah, just very cool stuff on this figure. I think, to be honest, just for price points and how many quality control issues I've seen on the Mafex, Peter B, and just how baggy and awkward the clothes look, and I don't even think the face sculpt looks better than this one, to be honest. I just think for a $20 versus $120 value, this is definitely the figure to be getting. And then that's not to hate on Mafex. I do love Mafex. This became like a Mafex hate video. No, I do love Mafex, but I think just they did drop the ball on the Peter B. Parker figure. They did nail the Superman Hush figure and the black suit Batman Hush figures. I definitely got to get those on the channel soon. But yeah, this Marvel Legends, I think, is the best version of Peter B. Parker we have so far. I do want to pick up maybe the Sentinel Miles Morales and the Peter B. Parker to compare with these Marvel Legends versions, so we'll see how that goes. But just a quick 360 of Peter B. Parker, you know, sipping on his Slurpee or shake, whatever he's got in his cup, maybe whipping some webs, stopping some bad guys if it's not out of his way, you know. Nothing to inconvenience him on his busy schedule, you know. But I gotta say, I'm really happy with this figure. I want to rate it. What should I rate it? I want to give it like a 8.5 out of 10. And here he is with the gold standard of Spider-Man, the retro vintage Spider-Man, and you can just see a comparison of these guys. They are polar opposites, but it's nice to see them together. And this guy will look very cool also in a shelf of Spider-Man that I plan to be doing soon. So yeah, we got 4 out of 6 out of the Stiltman figures done and reviewed. Next, all we have to look at is the Gwen Stacy and Miles. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for new videos every week. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.